Okay, welcome everyone to our Sunday meditation. And my name is Elisha Goldstein. It's my pleasure to be here with you on this Sunday. Could be Sunday morning if you're on the West Coast, could be Sunday afternoon if you're all the way on the East Coast or anywhere in between. It could be Sunday evening somewhere else. And so just getting a sense of the community here. Welcome. Welcome, Sarah and Susan and Ted from Sweden. So we get a sense of the global community here as we begin on this time before we're reminded so many. It's interesting that in the United States we enter into this time of being reminded to give thanks, starting this week, and we can reimagine um, or refocus on uh, the reality of this time historically and the um, the challenges that this country in particular were born from. And at the same time, it's good to be inspired at any time to give thanks. And so we also want to hold space for that as well. And so we have Sarah here from Toronto. We have Susan here from Arizona and Ted from Sweden having his first snow. Wonderful. Welcome. Susan, feeling accomplished. We have Lynn here, having a cold but not COVID, and BJ, Philadelphia, and South Wales. Carl, welcome, and Eileen, good to have you here. Um, from the East Coast, and Gary, blessings to all, and Ellie from New York City, and Chip, welcome. From Humboldt, Richard from Switzerland, Louise from Denmark, welcome. Um, and we have Linda from Lebanon, beautiful. And Gwen from Georgia. Irene, good to see you here. Wonderful. Yes. And South Carolina as well. So we really have in California, Donna, we really have a quite a global group here. And so I wanted to start off our meditation today. And by the way, if you don't know, we've been doing these meditations on Sundays for, I don't know, maybe 7 years now. Been quite a while. And uh, and in the last couple years have turned it into a donation-based experience. And so you're welcome. There's links below if you're welcome to engage that, and if you feel so called. And but I want to allow this to be an opportunity to read a poem before we begin, and let you settle into this space together. This is brought to you by the Mindful Living Collective. You may be already a part of that community. It's a community, a free community where people gather. In that community, there's a variety of programs and courses, and there's also the coaching program that I lead called Uncover the Power Within. And but if you want to dip in and just check it out at any time, we have guided meditations in there and everything, and it's a beautiful place, mindfullivingcollective.com. But first, just take a couple deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And just kind of settle in. I just want you to take in this poem by Hafiz. Titled it, Now is the Time to Know. Actually, he may not have actually titled it that. Someone else may have titled it that, but here's his poem. Now is the time to know that all you do is sacred. Now is the time to know that all you do is sacred. Now, why not consider a lasting truce with yourself and God? Now is the time to understand that all your ideas of right and wrong were just a child's training wheels to be laid aside when you could finally live with veracity and love. Now is the time for the world to know that every thought and action is sacred. Now is the time for the world to know that every thought and action is sacred, that this is the time for you to compute the impossibility that there is anything but grace. Now is the season to know that everything you do is sacred. Now is the season to know that everything you do is sacred. And so settling in, I'll invite you to close your eyes. If you'd like to keep them open, of course, you're welcome to. Just kind of a gaze towards the floor, or if you're lying down, towards the ceiling, if you're moving around. Keep your eyes open, most likely. So a couple more deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. If you have clarity of breath in your nostrils, just have an appreciation for that. If it's more challenging because you have a cold, breathe in a way that feels easiest for you. And take a moment to check in. If everything for a moment is sacred, so is this body, so are these emotions, so are these thoughts. And so settling into your body right now and noticing how your body's feeling. You can check in with your toes and your feet, everything, everything that's here physical for you and your body. And if you do notice any areas that are holding any tension, that are gripping onto anything, see if you can locate that and allow those to soften. That's one of your first acts of kindness towards yourself in this practice. Also, being aware of what's present emotionally in this moment. Already in the beginning of this practice, developing presence, developing a sense of intimacy with yourself in this moment. There's something comfortable there, something uncomfortable, something neutral. Is there a specific feeling that's present for you? Maybe it's just a feeling, an emotion doesn't really have a name. Seeing if you can allow whatever's present here physically, emotionally, and even whatever stories or thoughts or even distraction that arises within this practice or in this moment, allowing it to all arise within a field of being sacred. If that word is too strong of a word, it might just say within a field of being welcome. All the while, this body is just naturally breathing. And to be sitting here breathing, the blood needs to be circulating, the lungs need to be working, the heart needs to be pumping, the brain needs to be in pretty good shape. To be alive in this moment means there's so much right with you. Taking a moment right from the get-go to give us just a brief sense of appreciation for this body. For all the ways that it has served you and supported you, allowed you to walk and move if you're able bodied, allowing you to see and hear and smell and taste, sometimes delicious tastes, allowing you to think and be creative. Just a moment, maybe of wonder of how it all even works. Just a moment of thanks. And so as you breathe in, breathing in the nourishment of this breath, the oxygen that's taken into your body, allowing every cell of your body to receive this essential nutrient of life, this breath. And on the exhalation, if there's anything you're holding on to still, any busyness of mind, allowing it to be released a bit, or at least the intention of pairing that with the exhalation, an opportunity to just let go of it. And bringing a bit of focus to the area of your body where your heart resides. And breathing in, allowing the breath to come down and touch this part of your body. Breathing out, letting be. It's almost like it's just making contact, noticing. If you'd like at this moment, you can make contact, placing one or two hands on your heart. The heart oftentimes representing a sense of caring, loving, courage. Breathing in a gentle thank you to this heart. And breathing out, letting be. Now, inviting an opportunity for a little playfulness in our practice. Try to reflect back for a moment to some time in your life. It could have been today, could have been decades ago, where it was what you would categorize as a good moment, maybe a sacred moment, even anywhere between, anywhere in between, really. Could have been a moment where you had a meaningful conversation with somebody. It could have been a moment where you were caught off guard by a smile from someone that wasn't expected. Could have been a moment that was the birth of a child or the like, moment of great accomplishment, personal accomplishment. Just anything where there was something that you would consider meaningful or sacred. Whatever moment you have in your mind, see if you can recall it and play it like a movie in your mind. Try and make it as vivid as possible, in full color, remembering who was there, what was happening, how did it unfold, what was being said. What was it about this moment that made it such a good moment? And now allowing yourself to choose another moment in time. Could have been a moment as impactful as a proposal of some kind, or it could have been a moment of peace or calm as you sipped your tea or coffee. Could have been a beautiful walk you took, allowed yourself to take at some point. Something simple, something more of a touchstone moment, whatever it was, just bringing it to mind. Remembering it just like a movie, feeling it as if you were there. This is a good moment. In life, there are good moments. Allowing myself to remember, be in this, allowing it to unfold. Feeling so grateful for this moment. And if you're noticing any parts of a smile rising within you or even outside on your face, just have that and enjoy it. Just in your mind, just recognizing. allowing it to arise within a greater field of being sacred or welcome. Now just picking one more moment. One more moment. It's as if you had the first one stacked on the second one, stacking on the third one. One more moment. Could have been something that you may have thought at the time was seemingly ordinary, but now upon reflection, you realize the specialness of that time. Or you could reach back. Could have been the interaction with a friend, something that happened at work, a moment with family, a moment where you took care of yourself, allowing it to unfold one more time. Full color, as vivid as possible. Allowing for a moment of feeling the appreciation to arise. What was it about this moment that was so good? Breathing in a sense of nourishment of all of these moments, a sense of appreciation, breathing out, letting be. And taking a second to expand your awareness, recognizing all the other people here right now, all over the world, different times of day, different spaces, but all with a few really good moments they've been focusing on in their life. Allowing yourself to see that multiply, all the good moments that we're aware of right now as a community. Breathing in, taking in that good. Breathing out, an opportunity to acknowledge everyone else here for creating this space and saying, may these good moments in your life continue to grow. With every exhalation, it's as if you're saying to each person here, may your awareness of these moments, these sacred moments, continue to grow. Breathing in, it's an opportunity to say, may my awareness of these sacred moments continue to grow. Breathing in one for me, and breathing out one for everyone here. And the next time you breathe in, see if you can breathe in, recognizing that everyone else here on their exhalation is sending that to you too. They're saying to you, may your awareness of your good moments in your life continue to grow. Taking that in with each inhalation. And the exhalation, sending it back. Imagine all the other family and friends that are connected to every person here. Seeing the globe in your mind, seeing everyone here as points on that globe and seeing their networks of connections, of relationships, and seeing their relationships and their relationships until you can be able to see that expanding around the globe. And so as you breathe in and take in the streams from everyone here, supporting, acknowledging, including yourself, may your awareness of your good moments, your appreciation of them continue to grow as you breathe out, allowing your breath to wrap around the world. With that same sentiment, breathing in one for me, many for me, breathing out, may we all people, all beings that have this awareness, our awareness of the good moments in our lives continue to grow, our appreciation, our gratitude. And so Hafiz said, now is the time to know. Now is the time to know that all you do is sacred. Now, why not consider a lasting truce with yourself and God? Now is the time to understand that all your ideas of right and wrong were just a child's training wheels to be laid aside when you can finally live with veracity and love. Now is the time for the world to know that every thought and action is sacred. That this is the time for you to compute the impossibility that there is anything but grace. Now is the season to know that everything you do is sacred. And so checking in as we end this practice together, how your body's feeling, what's present for you emotionally, the quality of your attention, quality of your heart. And you bring this sense of presence, appreciation, and gratitude into the minutes and hours that follow in your day until the next day. So beginning to wiggle your toes and your fingers, allowing your eyes to open. Let's take a moment to, if you can, just share what you were aware of in that practice today. What came up for you in that? Maybe a couple people to just respond to that. What were you aware of in that practice today? Let's see, and I'll read these off as they come. Chaya said, hi everyone, I'm from Netanya, Israel. Suddenly in the meditation, the cover of the chair disturbs me, the closed window disturbs me, and the nervous legs disturb me. But I learned that it is the here and now saying hello. So it's a complete shift of your attention. Gwen said, my awareness of good and sacred moments continue to grow. May it be so for you too. Thank you. Well, I'm not alone. Common humanity. Sarah said, beautiful meditation. Hafiz is wonderful. Thank you. Linda said, from Lebanon. Brenda, gratitude. Carl Lewis, for me, this practice was deeply relaxing. Beautiful. By the way, for those of you who are attending, I also put in the link that supports the Mindful Living Collective, this donation pays link, if that feels like something that's in your heart and mind. If not, this is also free just to the world. That's fine too. Janet, good morning. Enjoying the occasional burst of sunshine between snow squalls. First big one of the season it is appreciated. I found great peace in your voice and your backdrop. Very calming. Wonderful. Yeah. these woods behind me. Jasmine, my heart softened and filled with joy. Beautiful. Yeah. Okay. Well, my hope for you is to bring this into the rest of the day, bring this and maybe actually, oh, as a reminder, so there's a video coming out tomorrow. As you know, many of you know maybe my YouTube channel where I put up videos pretty much weekly around mental health tips and other things like that. Just small, short videos to support us in their day. But there's an animation coming out tomorrow that was created by Louise Knudsen, and who's part of our Uncover the Power Within program. And so go ahead and check that out. That's going to be super cool. Those of you in that program have seen that video. Richard, happy memories of the birth of my first son, the graduation that my mom attended, and the first meeting with a loving person. Yay. Heather, a time when I was in my 20s and sitting on the serene shores of Lake Michigan on a crystal still afternoon, so relaxing. Wonderful. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. One last thing to note, because this is a time of giving thanks, for those of you who haven't been part of any of my programs in the past, I am putting together a bundle for you that you'll receive an email about, called the Giving Thanks Bundle. And it's going to be 80% off for all of these programs, which is really unique. So you'll see that and you can enjoy it if you feel called to. Brenda, yay, Louise, Eileen, moments are fleeting, acceptance of what is, the impermanence of everything, but everlasting love. Love is love. Beautiful. Yay. Okay. Good to be with you all. Hope to be with you again very soon. And we'll keep these Sunday meditations going. It's myself and many other teachers, including my wife, that leads these. And we'll look forward to continue to be with you. For those of you in the United States that are enjoying this time of Thanksgiving this week, may you enjoy it. For those of you who are feeling a bit disconnected, those relationships aren't in place right now, or it's a time of loss and grief. Please take care of yourselves. Know that you're not alone in that. There's a great sense of belonging in that too, and use our collective as a refuge as well. That could be a support for you. Okay. Thank you all. Be with you soon. Bye for now.